Well, I think we're in a much better place than we were last year. We are good to go for a family Christmas. We haven't shut down catering establishments, so you're able to visit your favorite bar or restaurant with prudence and being careful. I think people have understood what it is that we can and cannot, should and should not be doing in order to protect ourselves from the latest Omicron variant. And I think, therefore, we are in a much better place both in understanding the virus and in dealing with the virus. And the key to all of this has been the vaccination program, which really is the lifeline out of this pandemic.
You mentioned in yesterday's press conference that the science tells us that Omicron is 70% more transmissible than Delta. So given that people will be mingling and mixing households over the next few days, can we expect a massive spike in positives over the coming week or so?
So the advice to me is that Omicron replicates in the upper respiratory tract 70 times more than Delta. That's where you get the 70 times more infectious statistic from. And so we have to be careful. If we are concerned that we have some symptoms, we need to perhaps not attend a family gathering to protect other members of the family, or wear a face covering when you're at the family gathering. Look, when you're eating, that's going to be complicated. Maybe make an arrangement to eat in a way that is not designed to infect others. Try to ensure that you're protecting yourself and you're protecting members of your family as well. Do it in a prudent way. There is nothing better than common sense, and people have common sense in buckets and spades in Gibraltar, and I'm sure they'll know how to deal with the issues.
But my question to you was, are you expecting numbers to go up significantly during the Christmas break?
I think any period where you see there is a pandemic and people take this infection back into the home is going to always create localized infections in the home, especially when people are asymptomatic and they don't know that they're infectious. And if those homes then mix, then you're going to have the possibility that there is going to be a spike in infections. But remember that if you've got the third booster vaccine, you're 70% more likely not to get the Omicron variant. So you're dealing with two 70s here. It's 70% more infectious, but you've got a 70% better chance of not getting it if you've got the booster jab.
I know this will probably sound like a bit of an ominous question, but what sort of a 2022 can we be expecting?
I've learned not to crystal ball gaze in politics generally. In particular, in the past 22 months, I've learned not to crystal ball gaze. I will tell you that I hope that we have a better 2022. I hope that we will be able to see our way through to the end of the pandemic. Already the World Health Organization is talking about 2022 being the year when the pandemic can end if vaccination reaches all parts of the globe. You know that in the treaty negotiation, we're hoping to be able to resolve at least the discussion and the agreement in the first quarter of the year, if not also finalization of the treaty. So I would hope that the two dominant stories of the past 22 months would come to an end sometime during the early part of 2022, if we are lucky.